Hello everyone, welcome to this new video. So it's been a very long time since I uploaded any video, but I have come with a very excellent problem today. So this problem is a combination of concepts from trigonometry and areas and a lot of logical thinking. So this needs some out of box thinking first, and we need to analyze all the conditions and then proceed further. So the question states, if alpha, beta, gamma be three positive real numbers such that alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square plus 2 alpha beta gamma is equal to 1, and if ABC be three non-negative real numbers such that a square plus b square plus c square plus ABC is equal to 4, and the second condition is 0 is less than or equal to AB plus BC plus CA minus ABC, and that is less than or equal to K. Then find the area of the region bounded by the inequality. So root K less than or equal to mod of x plus y plus mod of x minus y is less than or equal to K root K. So these are two questions. So this forms to be the second question, and this is the first question. So basically you need to find the value of K from the first question, so that it can be used to find the area bounded by the inequality of the second question. So the first question, like the first condition that is given is alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square plus 2 alpha beta gamma is equal to 1. So this is the only equation that has been given to us related to alpha beta gamma, and there's nothing else given. So in case of ABC, there are two conditions: a square plus b square plus c square plus ABC is equal to 4, and 0 is less than or equal to AB plus BC plus CA minus ABC less than or equal to K. Two equations are given. So we can when we are actually trying to solve those two equations, we can make use of one equation into other. But the very first question, like the very first equation, like alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square plus 2 alpha beta gamma is equal to 1, has nothing to do with any other equation. Like it's the only equation given related to alpha beta gamma. So the main thing, the main step here is to just assume it as a quadratic equation in alpha or beta or gamma, anything, and then solve it. So because that is the only way we can proceed further. So that is what happened. So have taken in terms of alpha, so applying in terms of quadratic formula and solving it. Fine. So I've solved it, like alpha is equal to minus like this is what I'm using, x is equal to minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Fine. So this is a quadratic equation. So this is a quadratic equation in alpha. Fine. Quadratic equation in alpha. So we need to make sure we write the equation properly. So this is basically alpha square plus 2 alpha beta gamma plus beta square plus gamma square minus 1 equal to 0. So this as a whole is a constant, and this is beta gamma into 2. So this is actually b, and a is 1. Fine. A is 1. So this is what I've used. So alpha is equal to minus 2 beta gamma plus root over 4 beta square gamma square minus 4 of beta square plus gamma square minus 1 by 2, and that simplifies to this, like minus beta gamma plus root over 1 minus beta square into 1 minus gamma square. Now there could be a doubt, why haven't we used minus here? So plus or minus, right? But we have only used plus. Why no minus? The reason being, it is clearly stated that alpha beta gamma be three positive real numbers. Fine, it's positive, it's never negative. So this would be positive, that is square, and beta is positive, gamma is positive, and suppose if this is also negative, so the total value would be a negative value, right? If instead of plus it would have been a minus, then the total would be negative, and alpha would finally end up as a negative value, which is not accepted. So that is the reason we haven't taken negative value. We have just considered the positive value. So minus beta gamma plus root over 1 minus beta square into 1 minus gamma square. That is what we have taken. Now, so and the other stuff is, now let us consider beta is equal to beta is equal to sine u, and gamma is equal to sine v. Why did we consider that? So the very first condition is from this statement, from this itself we can conclude, for this square root to be defined. So because they have told that alpha beta gamma be three positive as well as they are real numbers. Fine. So this is how we need to analyze each and every word of the question. So you have it's clearly mentioned in the question that it is real numbers, it is not complex. So for that, this to be defined, this has to be defined. Fine. for that have to be defined. So there are two ways. I mean, one is 1 minus beta square is greater than equal to greater than equal to 0, and 1 minus gamma square greater than or equal to 0. This is first condition. Or 1 minus beta square less than or equal to 0, and 1 minus gamma square less than or equal to 0. Fine, because negative into negative positive, and square of that is defined, and positive into positive is always positive, so square root of that is also defined. And if this is the case, we would have 1 is less than or equal to beta square, and 1 is less than or equal to gamma square. But in this case, we would have 1 is greater than or equal to beta square, 1 is greater than or equal to gamma square. Now there's another point again to analyze. Come to this equation. If you see that alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square plus 2 alpha beta gamma is equal to 1, that is 4 positive terms sum up to a number called number 1. So that means we can actually say that all the 4 numbers should be less than or equal to 1, isn't it? They should be less than or equal to 1, more precisely. So that is a reason like this this can be a favored condition, but this is not. They cannot be greater than or equal to 1. Fine. So that is the reason we cannot consider this. We can only consider this. And the other part that is we need to take into consideration is, so basically alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square plus 2 alpha beta gamma is equal to 1, right? So that means we are adding the terms up. So basically in the case alpha is equal to 0, we can have alpha beta square plus gamma square is equal to 1. So fine. So in any of the cases we cannot have them to be equal. Fine. If 1 is equal, like if beta is equal to 1, then gamma should be also 0. But they have clearly told 3 positive real numbers. Fine, positive, they are coming under the positive, so we cannot have any one of them to be 0. So rather we can only have other part of real numbers, so they cannot be equal to 1. So basically what we need to understand is the beta square plus gamma square should be less than or equal to 1. Fine, I mean beta square plus gamma square should be less than or equal to 1. So this is what we need to actually consider, come to the conclusion. So that is a reason we can. And also the other part is, this is the other part, like 1 is less than greater than or equal to beta square, and 1 is greater than or equal to gamma square. So we can safely assume beta to be some sine u, and here gamma to be some sine v. Fine, that is the reason we have assumed in that way. So we will continue. So we have come to this conclusion that beta square plus gamma square is less than or equal to 1. So and now we'll just substitute them, like like we have considered sine square beta sine u, this would be sine square u, and this would be sine square v, and that is less than or equal to 1. So sine square u would be less than or equal to, like you can even follow up from here. So we have even assumed u to be some b by 2 and v to be some c by 2. So b by 2 plus sine square c by 2 is less than or equal to 1. And if we proceed further, so we can just transfer the sine square b by 2 to this side. So I'll be using red. So this side, so that becomes 1 minus sine square b by 2, that is cos square c b by 2. So sine square c by 2 is less than or equal to cos square b by 2. So sine c by 2 is less than cos b by 2, because applying square root, as well as we know that the angles are between 0 to 90, isn't it? Because 1 is less than or equal to beta square, 1 is less than or equal to gamma square, as well as beta square plus gamma square is less than or equal to 1. So considering all these things in in our plot, we can actually say that the angles are limited to 0 to 90. So sin c by 2 would be less than cos b by 2, and sin c by 2 can be written as cos of 90 minus c by 2, and that is less than cos b by 2. So because it is cos, so the less the angle, the more is the cos value. So that means 90 minus c by 2 should be greater than b by 2. So this c by 2 can go to that side, so 90 would be greater than b plus c by 2. So 180 should be greater than b plus c. So if 180 if 180 is actually greater than b plus c, I would subtract some value called a, so that this would become equal to b plus c, and that is actually 180 equal to a plus b plus c. And from this, what can we say? Like ABC are the 3 angles of a triangle, isn't it? So ABC are 3 angles of a triangle. So and also when we actually try to substitute like beta is equal to sine u and gamma is equal to sine v, this would ultimately result as minus sine u sine v plus cos u cos v. So this is basically nothing but cos of u plus v. So we have got to know u can be b by 2 and gamma to be u to be b by 2 and v to be c by 2. So we can actually substitute that. So alpha would be equal to cos of 90 minus a by 2. The reason being, here we can see that here cos of u plus v, right? So cos of u plus v in the sense cos of b by 2 plus c by 2, right? B by 2 plus c by 2. This is basically nothing but cos of, so from here we can actually say that is 90 minus a by 2, right? That is how we have got. So cos of 90 minus a by 2, this is basically nothing but sin a by 2. So alpha we have got the value to be sin a by 2, beta we got the value to be sin b by 2, and gamma we have got the value to be sin c by 2. So we have converted, like we have finally come to the conclusion that this condition can be solved by taking the values of alpha, beta, gamma to be sin a by 2, sin b by 2, sin c by 2, where a, b, c are the angles of a triangle because they sum up to 180. Right. So if anyone hasn't have a doubt at any point, I would recommend you people to watch the video again, go through the conditions carefully once again, so that you get a clear idea. It's all about using words, like using the conditions that are given in the question. So this is done, and now let us now compare this. This is like a square plus b square plus c square plus abc is equal to 4. This is a given equation, right? A square plus b square plus c square plus abc is equal to 4. And what's the first equation that is given? Alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square plus 2 alpha gamma, guess, yeah, 2 alpha beta gamma, 2 alpha beta gamma is equal to 1. Now carefully observe, let us multiply 4 on both sides. So we get 4 alpha square plus 4 beta square plus 4 gamma square plus 8 alpha beta gamma is equal to 1. So this is basically nothing but 2 alpha whole square plus 2 beta whole square plus 2 gamma whole square plus 4, so this can be written as 2 alpha into 2 beta into 2 gamma equal to 1, isn't it? So 2 times alpha plus 2 times beta plus 2, this is the equation, right? So we can actually try to like see this. So we can just have the comparisons. We can say that alpha is like alpha, where is the mistake that happened? Yeah, see here, this is these two equations that you can compare. So we can see that a is equal to 2 alpha, a is equal to 2 alpha, b is equal to 2 beta, c is equal to 2 gamma, isn't it? This is what we can compare, right? So we can actually try to compare those equations. We got this, like a is equal to 2 alpha and b is equal to 2 beta and c is equal to gamma. This is the equation that is being given, and sorry, this is actually 4 because we are multiplying 4 on both sides. So this is also 4, and now we have actually got to know like alpha, like this the point where, yeah, alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta gamma is actually being equal to 1, where alpha is equal to, so these are the values, right? Alpha is equal to sin a by 2, beta is equal to sin b by 2, gamma is equal to psi by 2, and we have got the values of a to be 2 times alpha, b to be 2 times beta, c to be 2 times gamma. So that means we can have a to be equal to 2 sin a by 2, b to be equal to 2 sin b by 2, and c to be equal to 2 sin c by 2, right? So we have got these values. So we have got a value, b value, and c value. So this is how we got the values of a and b, c in the form in terms of trigonometry, right? So I hope you guys understood this. It's basically the manipulation of equations that are given. So a square plus b square plus c square plus abc is equal to 4 has been given to us, and the equation that is given to us first, like alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square plus 2 alpha beta gamma is equal to 1. This is the equation. So we tried using both of them and comparing and getting to some conclusion. So coming to the next part, so we have got the values, like a is equal to 2 sin a by 2, b is equal to 2 sin b by 2, c is equal to 2 sin c by 2. Now we need to find the value of ab, bc, ca. So that is what we need to find, right? ab plus bc plus ca minus abc, that is the value. So the lower part, like the lower region, I mean 0 is less than or equal to ab plus bc plus ca minus abc. That can be proved easily. I'm leaving this as a task for you people to think about, because it's a very basic thing. Given that abc are non-negative real numbers, we can easily come to the conclusion that the like ab plus bc plus ca minus abc cannot be less than or equal to 0. I mean cannot be less than 0. So yeah, so we need to find the value of ab. What is ab? ab is equal to 4 sin a by 2 and sin b by 2, right? Because a is equal to 2 sin a by 2, b is 2 sin b by 2, so ab is equal to 4 sin a by 2 into sin b by 2. And now this is basically nothing but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get some equation out of it. I'm trying to get some simplified equation. I'm dissolving it. So this can be written as 4 sin a by 2 sin b by 2 can be written as 2 times root over 4 sin square a by 2 sin square b by 2, isn't it? So this so yeah, I'll be writing with a blue red ink. So this actually dissolves out of root to be 2 sin a by 2 sin b by 2, isn't it? And when you multiply by 2 outside, you would get the same result again. So I'm trying to push the equations into some simplified version. So 4 sin square a by 2 into sin square b by 2. And now what I'm trying to do is I'm multiplied by cos a by 2 and divided by cos a by 2 and written sin by a by 2 separately. So this is how I did. So I multiplied by cos a by 2 here and divided by cos a by 2, and sin square a by 2 I have written as sin a by 2 into sin a by 2. Same is the case with sin b by 2. Multiplied and divided by cos b by 2 cos b by 2, and sin square b by 2 has been written as sin b by 2 into sin b by 2. And now this expression is totally tan a by 2, isn't it? Tan a by 2. And this total expression is tan b by 2. Tan b by 2. So and this is 4 sin a by 2 into cos a by 2 is basically nothing but sin a, right? Sin a. So we have this formula, sin 2a is equal to 2 sin a by 2, I mean sin a cos a, right? So the same is the case. We have used 4 here. 4 can be written as 2 into 2, right? This 2 has been used here and this 2 has been used here. So 2 sin a by 2 cos a by 2 is sin a, 2 sin b by 2 cos b by 2 is equal to sin b, and tan a by 2 and tan b by 2. Now I just rearrange the terms, tan b by 2 to this side, tan a by 2 to that side. So now this is basically 2 times root over sin a into tan b by 2 into sin b into tan a by 2. So this is actually basically nothing but sin a into tan b by 2 plus sin b into tan a by 2 greater than or equal to 2 times this, because I am using am greater than or equal to 0. Am greater than or equal to 0, like a plus b by 2 is greater than or equal to square root ab. So that is a plus b is greater than or equal to 2 times root ab, right? So where a is actually sin a into tan b by 2, and b is actually, this is a, and b is actually equal to sin b into tan a by 2, right? These are the values. So that is what we have compared and we have got to know. So AB is basically like this is expression, right? So AB is equal to this, and this is finally we have come to this point. So AB is actually less than or equal to, so sin A into, and because ABC are the angles of a triangle, we can actually write tan B by 2 as cot of A plus C by 2, right? Cot of A plus C by 2 plus sin B of cot of B plus C by 2, cot of B plus C by 2. Fine, this is the expression, like AB is less than or equal to this. Similarly, applying the same thing for BC and CA, we would get this conclusions, like AB is less than this, BC is less than this, CA is less than this. Now we can just add them up. So AB plus BC plus CA is less than or equal to 2 times cos A plus cos B plus cos A. When you try to actually add them up, you'll be easily getting this conclusion. There is no doubt about it. I'm just leaving this task for you people, because the video is gonna be too lengthy. I don't want to put unnecessary calculations here. And cos A plus cos B plus cos C, we all know this, like if they are the angles of triangles, we can actually write this in this form, like 6 minus 4 times of sin square A by 2 plus sin square B by 2 plus sin square C by 2. There's one formula that I have used. I'll just try to put that in the like description or in the comment section somewhere. I'll be putting all the formulas that I've used. I'll just try to, but I'm not sure. So cos A plus B, cos A plus cos B plus cos C twice, so that is basically 6 minus 4 times sin square A by 2 plus sin square B by 2 plus sin square C by 2. It's a basic formula. And then we know that sin A by 2 is a square, I mean sin A by 2 is a, sin B by 2 is b, sin C by 2 is c. So that is a square plus b square, like, and also that small thing, like this is a by 2, right? So sin A by 2 is a by 2, so that would be by 4 by 4 by 4, and 4 and 4 here gets cancelled, and that would be will be remain with this. And now we'll be pushing all these terms, like AB plus BC plus CA, and a square plus b square plus c square, given that a square plus b square plus c square is equal to 4 minus ABC, isn't it? 4 minus ABC. So I've used that. So 6 minus of 4 minus ABC, that is 2 minus ABC, I mean 2 plus ABC, because there is a minus here, and that when plus ABC goes to that side becomes minus ABC. So AB plus BC plus CA minus ABC is less than or equal to 2. So this is the value of our K. So K is actually equal to 2. Fine, K is actually equal to 2. and now the other part is now the area part. So root 2 is less than or equal to mod of x plus 5 plus mod of x minus 5 is less than or equal to 2 root 2, because that is the equation given. Now let us divide by root 2 on both sides. So we get 1 less than or equal to mod of x plus 5 plus mod of x minus 5 divided by root 2 is less than or equal to 2, and that is 1 less than or equal to mod of x by root 2 plus y by root 2 plus mod of x minus root 2 minus y by root 2. So when you clearly observe this, this is actually the formula for rotation of axis. Formula for rotation of axis. Fine. So you're actually rotating, when you're actually trying to rotate by some angle theta, so you apply this like x cos theta plus y sin theta and minus x sin theta plus y cos theta. Sorry if I'm wrong with the formula, but basically this is it. Because we have a mod, so we need not concern about the formulas. I mean, the signs in between. Basically, we need to worry about the the interior terms, like we are actually manipulating it properly or not. And also, basically, the theta is 45 here because it's 1 by root 2. So even if it's the signs are not proper, we could actually end up with the right answer. Like the internal signs should be taken care of. The external, like minus, plus, and plus minus doesn't matter because it's finally the mod. So this so basically this can be diluted as mod of, like the whole rotation can be diluted as mod of x plus mod of y, like capital X and capital Y are the original axis, and when you're actually trying to rotate with an angle of theta, like where theta is equal to 45, you would end up in this fashion. So this is 1 less than or equal to mod of x plus mod of y is less than or equal to 2. So we all know this, like how the graph actually look. So it's a square. So for 1, this would be for 1 1 1 1, and the other part would be 2, and this is for external angle, like 2, like 2 2 2 2. So they are actually asking for the area in between. So this is the area they are interested in. So there are actually, if we actually confine ourselves to one quadrant, we can actually find two triangles, one with the base 1 and height 1, and the other one with the base 2 and the height 2. So we can actually try to subtract after into using the basic triangle area formula. So we would do that and finally end up with the answer 6 square units. So I hope you people enjoyed this problem. There's a lot of things. There are a lot of things to think. Lot of formulas to analyze. And in in between, I actually try to cut a lot of calculation just because I don't want to make this video lengthy. But I'm not sure how what is the actual duration of this. So it would actually end up more than 20 minutes. So that's the reason I did not include a lot of calculations. But I want you people to understand a lot of other conceptual stuff that we have saw just till this point, and all the formulas that we have encountered till this point. I'll also share the PDF of this uncut version of all the solution points in one page. I'll be sharing that with you people. You people can have a look into it. Fine. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and yeah. Do share about this channel with your friends and all. I know the frequency of videos is so bad, so but I'm trying my best to upload a video. So very soon you people will actually experience that. I'll be uploading videos very frequently from now on. So yeah, thank you for watching this video.
Any more questions?